things before we get started today. If you know someone who wants to play in a GM game, I'd love to talk about either getting on the wait list for a campaign slot or getting into a one-shot, because all the campaigns are currently full. We do have some really cool stuff coming over on the Patreon. Go check that out. If you've not sent the response to the latest post, please do so that we can get you a special gift. We also have some cool things over on the YouTube channel. We have the GM tips, we have the short clips, the podcasts, all the archives for the content. So go watch that stuff. If you watch it, do hit the thumbs up. It helps us out a ton. We also have a clip contest in the Discord. So if you have a moment that you like from the clip from the GM Eric sessions, clip or timestamp in the clip contest channel in Discord, automatically enter to win a hero shirt at the end of the month of your favorite GM Eric hero. Lastly, we have the Tiny Yet Mighty mugs and travel mugs over at gmeric.com. If you've not picked one up for your diminutive friend, pick one up because they may be tiny, but they may be smitey. Go ahead and get you guys started though, because it is time to play some D&D. AON is out today. They are fine. Just they had a prior engagement that they were not able to get out of. So, you guys are adventuring in the lands of Toivoa. Most recently, though, in the Fey Realms and the city of Ashelion, where you guys have come seeking allies and assistance in your efforts to reclaim the Shantara Grove for Twilight's birthright and to defeat darkness and the source of that darkness here in the Fey Realms. After a significant amount of negotiating and political maneuvering over the past couple of weeks, we had a wedding last week, just after the reveal that Covet's mother is none other than her warlock patron, Leslie, disguise. After a
patron in disguise.
After having a good heart-to-heart with Mom, you guys went, got dressed, and Covet and Twilight's Call got Mawied.
What brings us together today?
In the Twuwav. As you were married by Queen Titania herself, this is a binding to prevent unbinding. Now, you guys have engaged in the festivities, and it is the next morning after a festive time that involved a variety of escapades. We will have you guys return to where the scene fades from black to the walkway of the Silver Bows. Because we're not going to describe in detail the extremes that the Fae got to after the wedding, because for the sake of the PG-13ness of this, we ain't going there. That snap of disappointment is appreciated, understood, and I am going to leave that to the fanfic writers and the journal writers. So, as you guys are walking along the next day, tired and sore, it's about 11 o'clock in the morning as the camera rejoins the party. I am not going there, Covet. So, as the party has regrouped together here, it's midday. You've had as much food as you can handle, and you may be a little wobbly, but I presume you are all hand in hand, coupled off, except for Islarin and Eowyn, who are walking separate. What would you guys like
Winkle
to do?
turns to Ayla and says, "Dear, would you like me to carry you?" You sure?
Yeah, push the button.
I was pushing the.
Yes, but she was not. Not here.
Can you hear her?
Negative.
Wrong
There we go.
button.
Wrong
we-
never.
No, I'm fine. You don't need to carry me. I need to walk. Did you get enough to eat last night, dear?
He had all the moose berries.
I know.
Yes, dear. PG. Shall we go frolic?
I
I'm
don't.
just.
I don't think
Alright.
frolicking is in order today.
I think the city's getting to him.
GM, I sent a question to you.
Did you open your gifts last night?
I mean, sure. Why not?
Awesome.
One for great. What are they?
Now, which gifts are we talking about? All the gifts? Or did you have specific
Spe-
gifts you wanted to know?
Specifics, Leslie, I'm curious. She has got my curiosity piqued, and she knows she would. Hence why she wouldn't let me open it before.
Okay. As you opened that one, the box opens, and for a second there, you look at it and you're like, what is this? As out comes a long crystal, about 10 inches long, and slightly bulbous on one end.
Wow. I love watching the video cameras right now. That's great. And we've killed Winkle. That's hilarious. This is how he is unalived.
don't
I
think that's
believe
big
they
enough.
sell similar things over at CVS. No. Yeah, I know they do, but we're not discussing those. No, this is a very pretty wand, and it will allow you to take a long rest once a day. One person.
What's the name of this wand? I'm curious.
It's the Wand of Angelic Reprieve.
I love that so freaking much.
Angelic. That's the good part. Yeah. Hmm.
That's amazing. Okay. Wow. Thanks, Mom. And then she with Twilight will open the gift from
Her
Matalouche.
father. Oh, from Menalouche?
Matalouche.
Ah, the one from Menalouche is a small collar with a bell on it.
I bet that's for Twilight.
The black velvet
It's not-
is one of those slide clasps that allows it to be adjusted easily. But there's a little locking tab, like a military belt.
See, I said it was for Twilight.
He would put it on her.
No. Goes with your whisker.
She actually secretly adores this gift. Is it magic at all, or just
It is.
what is it? What's the name of it?
You don't know.
treat. Okay, so she's going to ritually identify it.
Okay, and you're doing this at night?
Yep.
Cool. As you attempt to ritually identify this, it gives off just a very faint magic. It allows you to know that this collar allows you to speak with animals.
That's really
How
cool. That's really
awesome
cool.
is
That's really
this?
cool. You don't know anything about this, Ayla. This is my toy.
I know, I'm listening, but it's awesome.
What's the name of this officially since I've identified it?
It's a cat's collar. It should be available over on the custom items. So it should be in the homebrew stuff.
Okay, let me look it up.
What is it?
I'm trying to get it to pull up. Hold on. D&D Beyond is unbelievably slow at the moment.
Yeah,
Oh.
cat's collar's not showing
It's
up.
not showing up at all.
Okay. I've had issues with D&D Beyond over the past week where they haven't been showing things.
And the wand's not showing up.
All right. Added this starting month. Oh. Oh. These were the two gifts that you received from them. We'll also have received a longer box, Twilight. From your new father-in-law.
I didn't expect this. Kevin, do you know what this is?
It's the box shape is the same as the first one that you got from your mother, but it's more elongated.
She would look at Twilight and be like, I have a hunch based on career path, but I'll let you find out why ruin the surprise.
And Twilight will open it.
Cool. Inside, there's a slender rapier that gleams with polished sunrise. It shimmers with oranges, yellows, and bright whites. A single radiant dragon scale is set into the hilt. Beautiful. The sword of the greatest swordsman. While yours is longer, is significantly thinner than the gift that Covet received.
This is amazing. And is it glowing?
It is slightly glowing, yes.
Look it up. Yours may actually, yours may show up. I don't know. D&D's been finicky. Is it called the Sword of
displays.
Perseus?
Nope. Dawn scale rapier.
Wow.
You're gonna have to use a bardic inspiration. What?
That's beautiful. I don't know what to say.
He must really like you.
Well, we do know now that your mom picked him out for you.
You don't know that, do you?
Would that be
Uh-huh.
knowledge of Boinkle and Ayla?
Maybe not Winkle, but Ayla knows it because Covet shared that with her.
Yeah.
Okay, no
Yeah.
problem.
But
Habit would
for the
definitely
record,
share this.
I love the fact that you pointed out meta knowledge. That's awesome. I love that so much.
Just making sure Ayla, what was the paper bag analogy where you're hyperventilating into a paper bag when I tell you, was that valid?
For the player, yes, that is perfect. Because the one or two times that Ayla has met Leslie, Ayla was scared spitless.
Oh, um, that being said, I guess we need to catch Winkle up on what's going on.
I do need to ask one question of Covet. We know
Just
that,
one.
well, just one right now. We know, because I just said it, that she selected Twilight for you and put you in places where you spent a lot of time together, and so you got together. Okay.
Hold on. Are there lots of people around us at the
There are
moment?
not.
Could
You
you
guys are
okay.
walking along pretty
Okay.
privately.
So my question is, did she arrange paths for you to come in contact with each one of your companions? Were we selected? Or did she just leave that to chance?
How long have you known Leslie?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Just since well, I guess I met her about 6 months after we first started moving together. So what, a year and a half, maybe?
She doesn't have me meet anybody apparently without a plan.
Okay. So her power's pretty dang far reaching, isn't it?
Very.
Wow. And you've been taking lessons from her?
Yep.
Well, let's go get the grove now.
I still have
Jeez.
some things I have to figure out, but
Then that
rest
means that we found Winkle fixing to be sacrificed because she arranged it?
or at least put us in the path to find him. It wouldn't surprise me if that was the case.
I gotta think on this for a while.
I don't like this lady.
I will say though, even though most of this was caused by her to quote unquote make me stronger, I am glad that I was on this path just because I met each one of you. And she looks at every single one of them in turn. I've learned something from each of you. Ayla, your kindness and your optimism. Winkle, just living in the moment. Being honest with myself as she looks at Aowen. Fighting for the right reasons and not, what's the word I'm looking for? Compromising myself. I learned from you, Islaren. and true unwavering loyalty and love and a best friend out of all of it from you, Twilight. I've learned something from each one of you. It's just, I hate how it was done.
I don't know if I can say that because nothing bad was done to any of us. I mean, Winkle came the closest, but it was all, we've all benefited. Nothing has been bad for any of us. We've all learned, we've all grown. Now, methodologies I have a problem with, but I can't say I hate it.
Yeah, I'm not even a loose burger with cheese.
Think about that.
I just hate that
Yes.
I wasn't given the choice to prove
Yeah.
that I could make these decisions on my own. And
As
she
far as you were concerned, you accepted it all. You could have told any of us to just, yeah, well, why don't you just stay here? You know, you don't need to come with me. But you
I
didn't.
mean, the thing is that, and she looks around to make sure that nobody else is listening in, make sure that nobody is
Roll a
really
perception
close,
check.
because this, and before she said, and she'll say that this is before, she'll look around. So with advantage, 26.
Of course, no one is around. You're alone.
I said, make sure no one's listening.
No one's listening as far as you can tell.
Okay. Yeah, great.
I don't like that.
I don't either. She will
No
just,
sign of anyone listening.
doesn't mean it can't be scrying though either. She will just say, I wish, no, she won't even say that because that's too heavy. That's too binding. She will just say that
It would have been nice.
it would have been, no, it wouldn't even been that. It would have been, she had hoped that if things were different, there would have been the choice that she could make the right decision, even knowing who that person was.
Without the manipulation.
Mm-hmm. If they had come to me with all the facts laid out, there is a very real possibility I would have just helped because of who they were. But I was never given that choice. I was never given the chance.
I see it different.
Yeah, so do I.
I see a situation of opportunities, engagements, and potential. Almost like throwing all the ingredients into a mixing bowl. And he winks over at Ayla. But until proper application, until engagement, until actual relationships bloom, nothing ever would have happened. So while I don't know that she put Winkle on the sacrificial altar or forced Ayla or Aslarn or anybody else into the party, it more created circumstantial potentials for interaction. But what happened, what transpired, the results, the interactions, the conversations, the choices made, I think all of those where you're at.
It doesn't
I
make me less.
agree.
It doesn't make me less wary. I still feel like a pawn. And rest assured, I may have forgiven, but I don't forget. And as you know, petty as hell.
He's made it clear that he regrets nothing of it and would do it again. She would say she would do it again if she had to, but I suspect that she always believes that she has to.
Well, I can say this honestly. I never felt like I was forced into doing anything. I always felt like when I joined the group that I was accepted by you, and I'm looking at each of you, that nothing was coerced, nothing was manipulated. I felt like there was free choice. Now, the instant with Winkle, we won't go there. But nonetheless, PG-13. Nonetheless, I don't feel like we were manipulated into being together. I feel like it was all free choice. And I also feel like you could have said, no, we don't need your help, go somewhere else. And I would have gone on my little way and been just fine with that. I don't feel like there was something hanging over me, like I had to get into this group or something like that. And I don't think that was your case either, Covet. I don't think you felt like you had to accept us. But you
Well, she
did.
was stuck to me. She had no choice in that matter.
Yes, I understand that you were sent to look for her, but I wasn't sent to look for her. I was just out investigating recipes and stuff. I will admit, since running into you, I've been enabled to come across recipes that I never dreamed of in my wildest dreams.
Mooseberries with cheese.
Like mooseberries with cheese. But nonetheless, that's the only thing he loves that I cannot abide. Anyway, nonetheless, it has been beneficial for all of us, I think. We've all learned from each other and have developed skills that we never had before. Yes, your mother's been looking out for you. And I think that's amazing.
I guess
All
it's just
all I see is a mother's love. And I don't think you were forced into accepting any of us. She just provided opportunities. And you were at free will to accept them or deny them.
Very good.
But all I see is a mother's love. Think about it from that direction.
He arranged for her to be scared away from this plane and from her home.
That is
With
true.
with no way to come back.
That is true. But also in her arrangements was a way to come back. I brought her.
I don't know. And she looks around, and she's looking for Yavia in particular.
You don't see her.
but it doesn't mean she's not there. And
The 26, you squint and you examine all the details. You don't see any sign of her.
she opens her pack and says, pulls out absinthe. And she's like, so apparently this is where you come from Yavia's neck of the wood.
Rawr, rawr.
Oh no, absolutely not. We're not doing that. No, you have done that to me for like 20 years. We get to the Fey realms, and you actually start speaking words. Words, dragon.
Rawr,
Nice try.
rawr, 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 rawr.
Rah 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 rah. Let's go. Real words.
Well, fine. Hi.
Hi. So
Just a
when were
little
you
dumb
brought-
dragon going rawr all the time. Huh? That's what you see
Yeah.
in me? That's what you saw.
No.
Stuck me in a
I
jar for
tried.
almost a year.
Oh no. Don't even get me
The
started.
passage of time held in there. You know how much of a crick in the neck you get from 1 year in a jar?
Better than 10,000 years. But
That's not a
you were
nice
cleansed.
threat. Hi,
You were
Twilight. You've
cleansed.
done a good job, bud. Keep it up.
He gives him a thumbs up.
I was gonna say, I mean,
He's
I figured
currently
you-
standing on his hind legs and pacing across the rail.
yeah, he's doing this whole Mushu thing.
Yeah, of course.
Don't do that tongue thing. She's just like, thought you might want to stretch your legs, your wings, let you fly. I mean, Lord knows I've kept you kept away, and the guilt that goes along with that, letting you get in that position.
Hang on, hang on. I have a special treat for you, Absinthe.
Well, with
I
your
have
cooking,
I have a caramelized sugar cube for you.
We'll let Alistair
gimme,
out
gimme,
as
gimme,
well.
gimme, 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 gimme,
Here you go,
gimme,
here you go. I
gimme,
made several. Do you like it?
When you give him that many, his teeth get stuck together.
Well, I only gave him 2. I'm going to give you the rest
The
of
little
them. so you can
dragon's
give
mouth is going.
him.
With all the string,
With
caramel,
all-
or whatever
yep.
else.
I just thought he would enjoy something special.
Wow.
I like Absinthe. He's really cool.
I always thought so.
Eowyn asks, "This when I can fry him?"
No, you may not fry him.
Good dragon.
Winkle turns to Covet and goes, You had him in a jar. I thought you were trying to make dragon jelly.
No, I was trying to keep him and the rest of us safe.
Yeah, bless
I
his
was
heart.
perfectly safe taking on archfiends for the sake of the good of people everywhere. Taking on the possession to prevent you from having to suffer such terrible things. It's heroic.
Very
Yeah.
heroic.
Very.
The great absence.
He poses, wings spread, and 9 inches tall.
He's been taking lessons from you, hasn't he, Twilight?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Uh-huh.
Smash cut to a
I love
flashback
that.
of them both strutting through the Magnificent Mansion together, practicing.
There may or may not be a little fist bump for Absinthe.
Oh my god.
Absinthe takes on a pointed look with his wings draped behind him, very much Ronaldus Basil in origin.
I will ask though. And she's like, "Are you really mad at me for keeping you in that flask?"
No, I would do anything for you, Covet. As he lays down on the rail with his elbows and wings draped over the side, his feet kick up behind him. Anything for you. After all, I'm fully dedicated to being your servant. If that means being possessed by fiends in order to make you be safe, I'll do it. If it means dying over and over and over again just so that you can be protected, I'll do it. If it means that I get forgotten for months at a time in a backpack, only to come back and be given attention and a sugar cube, I'll do it. Anything for you. My entire being is about you.
Player over here is going, "Ooh, that's so saccharine sweet." And the insight is, "So that's what we call sarcasm."
With the 22, yeah, he's legitimate. He would do anything for you. As saccharine sweet and over the top as this is, you realize this little pseudo dragon was completely purpose built by Yavia to serve you at all costs. He has no will of his own other than to protect you.
That's amazing. It really is.
Well,
He
now
has
I
no
feel
ego
guilty.
other than that which Twilight has instilled in him. Twilight has
I
corrupted your little dragon friend, who is worshipful of you as a goddess, to be more of a eh, prideful servant.
That's okay. Twilight's corrupted all of us.
well,
Be
Corrupted
nice
or
to
taught you
Twilight.
manners?
He's
Which
my
one's that?
friend.
Being nice to Twilight. I'm just saying what a powerful influencer he is.
he's an influencer. So sorry, I couldn't.
I sense a future
So with
for Twilight's Call.
it's
Once
a
I took over the
podcast.
Shintara Grove, I used this product.
Next time, Chantara grows.
Oh boy. So with that, she just, with everybody being so frank and honest with her, including Absent, she just kind of leans against the rail, and this slight wave of guilt rolls over her because she's like, wow, because she is like, yes, she has been protected. She has been set on this path. That was not her choice, but she has grown. She has made the right friends. She has become more powerful. People were there when she thought nobody was. They were actually watching out for her. And so she has that twinge of guilt. But at the same time, because of everything she's been through, she also keeps with her friends, she keeps her heart open, but with those that are around her and what she has experienced, she keeps her eyes and ears open as well. So yes, the answers are there, but verify, if that makes sense. She's more cautious. I wouldn't say jaded, but definitely cautious. Well,
Which is not a bad thing.
no. But it does bode the question, And she'll stand up a little bit taller and just be like, now what?
You mean like today or in general?
I'm talking like we've had this plan of getting here, seeing family, reconnecting. I do have some questions that I still need to ask my mother. But moving
Not
forward,
mother with a question mark. She is your mother.
I know it's still kind of hard wrapping my head around that. Oh, she is mother. Just
And she's been there all the time.
yes. I think that we just need to figure out what the next steps are. And right now, I'm too emotionally charged to think of anything. And she will look at Twilight, Nislar, and Boinkle, Aowa, and Ayla, and just be like, what are the next steps?
Well, we'll need to make contact with Amarilla and Penel, the Celestials that we freed.
I
We'll
can do
need
that.
to solidify our allies here at the courts. And we need to leverage the might of the Seelie and Unseelie courts. And we need to rally the forces over there to the Bright Grove to begin making our push.
Well, I think that there's potentially one person that can point us in the direction, maybe two. But for sure, three. Of where we can get that information. One, my mother. Two, potentially my father. And three, we've got a couple of favors to call in. From a Spectra. I'm gonna say her last name wrong. Shoot. I want to say Spec. Yeah, from Spectra. Just gonna say Spectra.
Or Sparkle.
Yeah. For some odd reason, I knew the last part was Sparkle, but I couldn't remember the first part. Thank you.
I would think, no, this is my opinion, of course, but if mom and dad offered us a place to stay at their house. That might be a good idea. I think Queen Tatiana would let you out of the castle now that she's married you.
No, she did say it was for one night. Am
Yeah,
I correct, Pam, in what
yes.
she said? Okay.
Yep.
And so moving to your parents' house, I think would be a good idea. We have sources of communication through your parents as well, and your mom definitely is going to have a lot of answers for us. I mean, it was her who set us on the path to finding the shards for your staff. And so it just makes sense to me that we should take your folks up on their invitation. And that'd be a good place for us to be to make the arrangements for what comes next.
She'll have the answers for us that she wants us to have.
Yeah, I know that. But we can talk with other people as well.
Of course. Above all, we need to make our case to Queen Titania.
Agreed. So I guess we had better head that way and let them know of our accommodations and let them And she looks at Absinthe as he's lounging.
Is he catching any rays?
That's a GM
Sunshine.
question.
Is he catching any sunshine rays?
Little dragon is. He's draped over the rail, just looking up doe-eyed at Covet.
She scratches under his chin, and she's like, well, we can make sure that he's got, this guy's
Go to
got
the
an
left.
actual bed to sleep in. And she goes a little to the left, and then she looks over at Twilight and says, we could get Alistair a perch, wouldn't you think?
For the record, Alistair is an asshole.
I figured that out a long time ago.
He's right behind you.
Ah!
I know that. But that doesn't mean I don't like him. To just accept him for being an asshole.
He's a livable asshole.
Exactly.
So we could get him a perch, place for him to stay, so he doesn't have to.
When you talk to Star Sparkle, we need to find out where Nebula is. It is Angelson.
That is Angelson. I had almost forgotten about her. We haven't seen her much, but she's. Wait a second. All the notes. All the. I don't
Love
like
the fact
that.
that of all the people who bring it back up, it's him.
That's what's twisting the dagger.
Mm.
I have a whole page on her. I'm trying to find it.
Not like yesterday. We've been doing some major lore reveals past 2 weeks.
And I'm finding all the stuff about Spectra. Now I'm
Mhm.
trying to find the others. Oh my gosh.
This is an interesting line in my notes. Covet's patron is associated with or is affected by or has some influence with Chantara Grove.
Fun to go see Twilight's notes from years ago.
That's interesting.
Is he being flipped off right now?
No, she's growling.
Oh, growling, understood. Someone's
So you
intuition
never
is pretty
whirl.
strong.
And we're
Nebula. Angelson.
Oh, but I remember a long time ago, your brother told us that he was in the Gloam Court.
Tay. That was that Tay?
Yes.
Yes. I haven't spoken to him in a long time. He's been kind of out of commission. And wait a second. And she starts, going through all of her, mental notes and stuff like that.
And also, remind Spectra that she can always ride on my shoulder again.
Here it is. It's Nebula that's been opening the portals. Part of the Gloam Court, Fey Plain, by herself. Yeah, she's in the Gloam Court. You're right.
So should that be our next stop?
Where is the Gloam Court?
I know where
Rather,
Lonesome
I
is.
should perhaps ask what is it, too.
When is it?
I know nothing about it, so
I know that my information is old.
Old
I think
information is better than no information.
Is that a Spectra question?
It could be a Spectre question.
it could be. She did I have owl bears. Was that dealing with the broken mug that Tay was at? I think so.
Yep.
Okay. Interesting.
Nebula.
I think
You're welcome for that.
Okay, so we need.
For the record, I'm not going to let her live that down.
Yeah, but no, that's fair. We knew that she was opening the portals.
but we don't know why.
At the behest of Thalia.
Well, that's assuming. But what's Thalia got to do with the Gloom Court? Gloom Court, whatever.
No, I think Nebula's hiding there.
I have this big word imprisoned above. She is in the Gloom Court in the Frey realm. So I don't know whether she's imprisoned or.
I think we need to talk to
Yes.
Spectra.
Definitely talk to Spectra. We need to talk, but we need to do it in the safety of the home, of the manor. So I think that the manor should be the next place that we go. What do you think, guys?
Yes, my captain, my captain.
Rolls her eyes.
Oh, captain, my captain.
As you
Oh,
roll
boy.
your eyes, you guys begin journeying towards the Von Sin mansion. As you come in, place is quiet. A little too quiet at first. Just a little too quiet.
Hey, guys, I feel it's a little too quiet.
Oh, where's your cook?
everyone else here is still recovering.
It's potential.
Maybe he was playing patty cake.
Where's the,
Yes.
where's the
Where's the
food guy?
cook?
Perhaps we can get by without Droggy's notice. I'm gonna just move forward.
You said his name.
We're gonna
At which
move
point
very
you see
slowly.
Leslie come around the corner. Welcome
Hey,
home.
Mother.
She comes over and gives you a hug.
The hug is that is returned is a little more relaxed, not so board rigid, but not quite full acceptance yet. It's going to take some time to come to terms with all of it, but it's getting there.
She gives you a hug and notices the difference. Oh, sound like you're more relaxed. And did your husband work out some of the kinks?
Yes, mother.
Your father's also tired. Won't be joining us today.
Well, I have a couple of questions. One,
The distressed look on their faces. Great.
oh, for
Those who
sure.
cannot see the webcams, there's two people who are a little bit concerned.
You might want to tell your mother we're here to stay for a while.
That's what I'm trying to do. Um, she looks at Leslie at mother, and
You can call me
she
Leslie. I'm fine with it. We've referred to ourselves as that for way too long to be burdened by informality.
that may be true, but here you are still mother. On the material plane, we had agreed that you would be Leslie, so I am trying to abide by that as you wished. So, mother, we have stayed at the Queen's for a night. It is time for us to obviously go abscond from her um, palace household. I'm certain she would be more than happy to let us go. Um, would it be all right if we stayed here
I
for the
suppose
time being?
you have extra rooms. Of course, since you're married, your husband can join you in your bedroom.
Much appreciated.
Twilight,
Um,
you will have to deal with one small problem.
Yeah.
We've removed none of the plushies from her room.
Oh, no.
The porcelain dolls have been put away, but the
thank
plushies are
you.
everywhere.
That might be fun. Excuse me.
Hela!
Pardon me. Who said that?
I think there's a Musatar over there who would agree.
When she says Ayla, she covers Absint's ears.
Absinthe goes, "You covered my ears for what? Well, I was in that iron flask. I saw everything.
From a backpack.
Of course. My mind's eye.
We weren't necessarily quiet.
That is fair.
You can say that again.
We weren't necessarily quiet.
So, we do have some questions about moving forward, but I think that would be best discussed in the manor where some wards are.
Of course. Of course. Come in, come in. You're learning very well how to handle things. And
I learned from the best.
you know what they say, learn from the best or die like the rest.
Preferably not.
I like to breathe.
Breathing sometimes is overrated.
I will agree to that.
The concerned look on Cohen's face right now is hilarious. The fact that I've nailed the mother role for Leslie is so awesome. Just so good.
She's staring at me. um, so she will follow Leslie, I guess, into the parlor where they are, and she
What did you want to discuss, dear? She starts pouring tea.
Nebula Angelson.
She's a problem, but secondary for the moment, anyway.
She was opening the portals for Thalia. Last we heard.
Yes, but she hasn't risen up to do anything since then. Been in the Fey courts and the Gloam court, actually, for a while. Been keeping her head down. I had almost forgotten about her.
Why has she been in the Gloam Court?
Well, that's where she belongs. She's not exactly friends with Queen Titania, you understand?
What's the beef?
Is there bad
Between the
blood
two?
between them?
Oh, not specifically, not personally between them, but more of the ideological aspects of brightness and goodness and, well, twilight and darkness, shades of gray, the bending of rules and the twisting of pacts. He's
True.
not exactly paramount to the current plan, though. Once the Shintari Grove is reclaimed by your husband, then we can deal with Angel Sin if we want to.
She has the ability to open portals and things like that. If we took her out, could we not limit Thalia's escape? Or have they had a falling out?
Not a falling out, but ever since you've started collecting the shards of the baneful Ashwood Spire and now have acquired it, Thalia's need for Nebula has faded. She realizes that the fight is being brought to her door, and her connection to Nebula is a liability. She's been distancing herself away. There's a chance, if you wanted to risk dealing with the Gloam Court, that we could send you to Mythgate and you could encounter them. It would allow, potentially, for a portal to be created to the Shintari Grove. But Angel Sin is tricksy. Far more manipulative and rule-bending than any one of the other Fae you've ever met, myself. Nebula's not to be trusted at all. If it were up to me, we would stay away from Nebula Angel. Simply take the Shintari Grove. Yeah. But I think you can handle her. Could be a trump card. Manage to get her on your side without killing her, bending the forces of darkness. That could be very, very beneficial. I'm just not sure I would be willing to risk it. You, however, have your own will.
Kind of contrary to one of the charges that I received.
What charge is that?
Introducing Angelson to MKL's warm embrace.
MKL can suck it.
What is MKL? Because
now we
well,
come to the crux of the matter, don't we?
yes, there's just something not right about that tie that you had that I broke.
And I thank you for that. Are you sure you want me to share this in front of your friends?
Oh my god, that was hilarious, Ayla.
For those who couldn't see the webcam, it was super nods.
Look, we've all been following y'all and your quests for MKL and everything, even though Dagnus knows that I don't go with MKL, okay? But I would like to know more about this.
Can I get a persuasion check from you, Ayla? Pretty good. He smiles. I understand. Secrets are falling away, and perhaps it's best that we reveal all. So, what is MKL? MKL was once a man, a justice, off in the land of Shu. He believed that justice swung both ways, and that no one should be exempt from it, that everyone should be equal. Forged a reputation long, long ago as being perfectly fair in all things, ruthlessly fair, to the point that people stopped coming to him, stopped asking him for arbitration, because fairness and justice is not what we want. We want grace, we want forgiveness. We want to be better than just our actions. We want to be treated better than everything we've done serves. MKL himself thought otherwise. It had enough of a following and enough loyal followers to acquire what he needed to become a demigod. Subsequently, a god in indeed, sure. You see, with enough worshippers, one goes from demigod to god. He found a way to intercept certain souls that were killed by his followers. He took those souls between the time that they died and before they were judged for heaven or hell, and kept them for himself, because he believed that everyone was equal in. He judged them as an arbiter of purgatory, claiming purgatory as his own lands. When someone goes to MKL's warm embrace, it's not that they're going to the afterlife, but rather they go to serve justice, quality, without any regard for their actions or misactions in life. You may have the most pious, worshipful, charitable person alongside mass murderers and rapists. It's a horrible, and they all are in the thrall of MKL. He has judged them all equal in death. Because of this, heaven and hell have begun to prepare a war against MKL to free the souls to pass on. Hell wants what's coming to them. Heaven wants to save those that they can. This is why I've distanced myself from MKL's grasp, in spite of the deals and being chosen by the god. I don't want to deal with his deceptions and his lies. I believe they're wrong. My morality finds it repugnant that he would deal with such situations and treat everyone equally. And you'll forgive me, Covet, but I needed you to collect the baneful Ashwood Spire in order to sever his connection to me.
Why couldn't you just tell me?
I was bound
From the
not
start.
to. MKL is not one who likes to let out his plans.
Cabot just raises an eyebrow at her mother pointedly.
What? You've never been bound by a pact to a powerful entity who gave you powers? Someone who demanded that you not reveal things to others in order to protect you and those that you cared about?
Oh, I get that.
Isn't that what you said your relationship was with? Never mind.
Cabot stomps on his foot.
I did what I had to do. Am I proud of it? Yes, actually. I think that the greater good has been served, and I would do it again. Do I regret that it had to be through you? Yes. Would I have enjoyed having a friendship as mother and daughter through your entire life? I'm certain I would have. I find that our relationship now is stronger than it could have been otherwise. No, you don't trust me, except to be truthful to you. How could you?
Cabot just watches her. No, just not just watching, but just
Takes a sip of tea.
she sees the truth in what she's saying, because she probably honestly couldn't tell her because of contracts being the way that they are, knowing, because she herself had a contract, still has a contract with Leslie. Understands a bit more, but she will let Leslie finish her story before she continues.
So, MKL is a rogue god who has declared that he is not going to participate in the war that is coming for him. Dangerous place. Need to make sure that we can handle things.
You and I seem to agree on that. As she looks down at her hip where she keeps the mask, she's like, so what does it mean for this? I mean, it's useful, but I don't want him to get an army.
She smiles. Tools are just that, Covet. Things to be
Just wanted to
used. They can be used for good or ill. Making sure you wield such tools appropriately.
I like this tool. It keeps me stronger for a little bit when I need it most.
Are
But
we still referring to the mask, or are
love
we
you too.
referring to your husband?
yes. And Covet will say yes without batting an eye and then continue.
Me too.
And she'll wink when Twilight says that. But she's like, well, we agree that MKL is definitely not who we want to serve, per se.
Oh no. I don't want to serve anyone.
Absolutely not. So what does this mean for you as the Chosen, then?
Oh. You've cut off my link to MKL. And officially, it's my duty to oppose your acts against MKL himself. Or I might lose my powers. And she comes up to you and looks you dead in the eye and gives you a wry smile. She reaches out for your hand, Covet. You let her take it.
She will.
Gives you a squeeze and a wink. I hereby oppose your acts against MKL.
I hear you. Good job.
Now that we're at odds, she releases your hand.
She sees the loophole that is massive that she just totally dove through the whole swan dive, and she's just like she saw exactly what she was gonna do when she smiled, and at that point she's just like, yeah, that would be a Covet move too. Yeah, I'm her daughter.
Now that we're at odds, shall we discuss how we are going to proceed? First, MKL is claiming souls through the Shintara Grove. We need to weaken that.
Definitely.
I can't possibly allow you to do such a thing. If only I knew of a way to prevent you from going and talking to the members of the court. If only I could act against my own blood, which I promised to never do.
If only.
If only there were resources within Ashelion that we've set up for such a purpose.
Resources.
Oh, there's
Oh.
so many. I couldn't possibly address them all in time.
What kind of resources? The most that you couldn't possibly tell me what the most important resource could be, could you?
Well, there is Maeve. She's a dear friend, but I must make sure that you don't talk to her at all. After all, she has intelligence about the coast. She's the one who can provide you with the most information about what you're going to expect when you arrive at the Shintara coast. Now, she also has connections to the Gloaming Court, and a path to the Mythgate could be useful. I sometimes think about what it would be like if I had promised to not tell you the truth. It would be handy for me to deceive you about the fact that the boats from Mythgate can make it to the Shintara Grove. and that I should not warn you about the Kraken who are on the path. The Shadow Kraken who have been incubated by the Shintara Grove. They'll attack any ships approaching. I should warn you, of course, as your mother, that the dangers of the shadows are to not be underestimated. But as a chosen of MKL, I shouldn't do that. You've put me in a horrible position, Covet. I'm so
Coulda.
torn.
This is terrible.
I'm so
Oh.
distraught.
Does anyone have a tissue from the tears that are falling?
She turns and starts winking really hard, trying to make herself cry.
Yeah.
She's not used to crying, and so instead will resort to dabbing at her eyes with a handkerchief. Now,
Covet
I
leans
can
over.
see the conflict within you. Oh, this is just so heartrending.
Covet leans over and says, "If you have some glycerin, put it underneath your eyes. It helps." It's a trick I learned from Twilight.
does
Hey,
he
don't be spilling all of those professional secrets.
Hey, the tears help.
cry on a regular basis? The crocodile tears of a bard?
Only when telling my own legend.
Ah, to make it more dramatic. Understood. That's so
Twinkle.
beautiful.
Theatrics.
Twinkle's looking around. He grabs hold of his headband, takes it off, puts it back on. I think I need a reset.
He took it off and out again. Ah,
Yes, my
Yeah.
dear Bwinkle, you're not quite following all the pathways through this discussion.
You
Yeah.
can
So-
tell me later.
Are
Okay.
there any? Okay, is she done talking about this particular
oh no.
section?
If you needed potions and supplies, of course, I couldn't possibly direct you towards the guards. After all, they have all those resources that Queen Titania has provided them. Baron Ashleaf would be the perfect contact for you to talk to. I'll have to distract him somehow, but not get in your way. Wonder how I can do that.
I'm certain you could find something.
I'm
As
sure.
she looks down and back up, looks at her boobs and then looks back up.
Oh, he's incorruptible.
But that doesn't
Number
mean
one,
he's
it sounds like you
blind.
tried.
Number
Number
one,
one,
he's not blind.
Number one, it sounds like you've tried. And number two, is he gay?
He's not gay. He's married.
Oh, that's
But he's not blind.
Who's
No,
his wife?
but he only has eyes for his bride.
Who's
Who's
his
his bride?
bride?
that's a good question. High five, Ayla.
Ienway Starbriar. Her name, that.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Oh,
Yeah, I was not anywhere close.
I missed an R on the end of that. I'm sorry. I'm gonna recopy it. Copy.
Are you saying that we need to, I don't know, you wouldn't be suggesting that we have sticky
Give her-
fingers?
No,
Are
go
you?
give her some mooseberry.
They're happily married. And as far as I know, completely and utterly devoted to the service of Queen Titania. I don't think that there's any way to corrupt them, in spite of numerous parties. So
Why
you
would we
might
want
want to avoid them if you don't want potions and supplies against the Shintara Grove.
Oh, I see.
Now, if you wanted divinations, well, I would direct you away from Nimbus Pearlway. She has the capacity to see what activates on the oceans. She can help your ships make their way over to the Shintara Grove. I'd encourage you to not go visit her. After all, I want to make it as hard as possible for you to approach. We can't be having you succeed against the Shintara Grove, otherwise Impale's aims will be ruined.
Can't have that.
Absolutely not. And if you were to go to Mythgate, well, absolutely, for absolutely no reason could ever visit Lady Seraphel Nightsong. For if you do, it's unlikely you'll survive the trip to Shintara Grove. She is the edge of the Shintara Grove. She is the one who keeps light and dark mixed, balanced at the moment. Thalia Neverwhirl covets her position. I encourage you to avoid her. Work against Shintara directly. Speaking with Maeve could get you reinforcements to distract your main force. Stel Brightgrove also can provide you with distractions and allies on the Grove. Menelouche, the Prince of Cats, Champion of the Moon, Master of the Great Hunt, and ruler of his own realms, might be able to assist you in ways that I'm unaware of, primarily in dealing with the shadow creatures. You may wish to talk to him if you wanted to rebel against me. And of course, there's Queen Titania herself. Supremely powerful. She can't overtly act against the Grove without having political fallout. But much of what has gone on, she is aware of. Don't think for a moment that what I've done throughout your life, done without her approval.
And you absolutely wouldn't know how to bring Chantara herself back, would you?
That I don't know. But I believe that if you wanted to strike a true blow against MKL, the core of the situation, and she looks around the room checking the wards, the core of the situation, that there was a shrine to the Archfey where she may be imprisoned by the shade of Night's Call. You'll have to face your father, Twilight. You may have to defeat him and open the prison, allow Shantara to be free once again. Strengthen her through some means that I'm unaware of. Restore her to at least a modicum of power so we can start the rejuvenation of. Are you capable of fighting your father?
I'm unsure.
My husband last night confided in me that you were the best swordsman he had ever fought since fought Knight's Call and took the moniker of the greatest swordsman.
He did win a tournament.
Won many. Even when I was a child, I looked up to him. I even at one point had a signed autograph of your father's.
Do you still have it?
Sure I do.
Couldn't. I mean, is there a possibility of. Wasn't there a spell that where we could trace someone because of a blood or something that belonged to them?
Oh. In scrying?
Yeah, scrying, but it was something else. It was called something else. It may be because it was flavored differently in another campaign GM.
Mm-hmm.
But is there a way to scry where he could be? And where this is?
Potentially. But
Or
I don't
this
think a
prison.
signature would assist that unless it was done in blood, and I'm for sure this one was not.
Would the blood of of his offspring work?
You
I'm
look
trying
at
to believe
Twilight.
you have it.
Twilight, you look at both Covet and Leslie looking at you like predators. The same look in both their eyes. They want your blood.
No. You want it, you're gonna have to earn it.
Covet smiles really big and snaps her teeth at him. Could that potentially work? And I'm willing to roll an Arcana check for that.
Roll your Arcana check. With a 28.
Getting a glare from Twilight.
So, could that work? Potentially. Using his blood, you can get some basic information. You won't be able to track him directly, but it will help the spell. I will also say that your mother, Leslie here, will be very pleased to know that you have thought of this and are following in your mother's footsteps.
I have a dagger and I'm not afraid to use it.
You told me to use all of the tools that I have.
I'm gonna make you work for it.
It wouldn't be much. It would just be a drop.
You hear Covet, so you hear Leslie scoff a little bit. More than a drop.
Whatever happened to Misty Jacket? As Twilight pointedly tries to change the topic of the conversation.
Gloomy on a Misty Jacket? You really want to deal with that insane clown of a person.
Okay, her name's been said twice. Can we not say it again? That calls her. Remember?
I haven't used the full name.
But anyway, please continue.
Well, what else can I answer for you? Mr. Boinkle, you've been very quiet ever since you've adjusted your headgear.
It's still booting up.
I'm trying to follow this. Uh, why exactly we would need some of these people? I guess to have more distractions when we attack the grove.
It's to weaken the forces that are going to be opposing, or provide you resources to get there.
Definitely needs resources.
Now, Miss Lauren, you've also been very quiet.
I have.
Leslie raises an eyebrow. Ambassador, did you have any input or question?
I had nothing to say.
She smiles. You are the consummate ambassador of the Protectorate. I know that it was right to send Covet and Twilight to rescue that sewer. You're the linchpin of this entire operation. Without you, none of these pieces would have fallen into place.
And you're able to make contact with the Celestials that owe us a favor?
Actually, I can.
I believe your bride has that under control.
I have this really cool thing that I picked up along the way. And GM, please tell me if I'm not using this correctly. It's called Contact Other Planes.
It is. He got one on him.
I can actually do something with another plane right now. I'm so proud of me. That was so in and out of character at the same time.
And when we get ready to let me make sure before I say this. Gosh, yeah. When we get ready to bring in our allies from the material plane, I can create the portal that can bring them to us.
Can you?
Plane shift.
There's not a portal, though. Where's the Betty?
That's how I got us here.
Yep, it
Yeah, but it's not a
transports.
portal.
Not a portal, it's
No,
a transport.
But I can get them here.
Yeah.
I didn't say I did say I could create a portal, but it actually, like 8 at a time, I can bring them here.
Well,
You just see her bringing in all of those troops going,
who all would you bring?
I would think that the Sultan would be a good person to bring if he would come.
The Sultan won't come here. Won't risk it.
But he might send some of the king.
Interesting.
Pretty powerful.
You would leverage the Batim against the Shintara Grove. That I would like.
If we presented him with something that would be to Shadar Shaddai's advantage, I believe he would do it.
We're interested in future trade and capabilities coming out of Shantara.
Yep.
Sounds fair.
She would look at Kevin would look at Islar and be like, we have done much to help the protectorate. What could you offer as ambassador? Because she realizes that she's never really asked Islarin. And that is completely on Covet.
Mm-hmm.
What could you bring to the table? And what would we need to do to make this go forward? Because everything here would be a contract. Not just as friends.
I sent you messages, Lauren.
Yep. I see it.
I hope that brings
Soren
a
is
smile
gonna-
to your face.
Lauren is going to pause for a moment, think, and she will he promised to send aid once it was clear what kind of aid would be effective. Now that we are drawing close, I suspect one of two avenues would make the most sense, depending on what is able to be shifted across planes. Either soldiers who can help the Bright Grove and help the Lusitars join the entire assault force, or ships that can help get us across.
Would they have the ability to take on a Shadow Kraken or two?
Hope so.
I would think their underwater abilities would give them an advantage over anything else we have.
If there is anyone who can take one on, I would expect my people have expertise in dealing with skins of many different types. Shadow Krakens, though, I have no idea what that's capable of. I do not wish to overpromise.
What can Shadow Krakens do, Mother? Because she's trying really hard to stick with this thing. She is trying really, really hard. And she understands how the switch for her is so difficult now because of this. But she's just like, what do you know of Shadow Krakens, Mother?
They're aquatic, very similar to the krakens that inhabit the material plane. However, the thing that differentiates them and makes them more deadly is that their ink sacs, instead of emanating ink, emanate magical darkness that is unpierceable except through devil's sight.
Covet smiles really big.
She smiles back at you. some people are prepared for such things when plans are pre-made, but magical darkness of this intensity cannot be dispelled by daylight. Magical light does not affect this darkness. Those who oppose a Shadow Kraken will be doing so with the full force of Shikara opposing them. It will be like fighting blindly against a creature who can see you, grasp you, and drown you. It's a dangerous defense for the Grove.
Can it be banished?
I suppose. But they are native to this plane of existence, so banishing it will only last for a minute. They are swift swimmers.
Is there a way to weaken them?
I'm unaware of one. I haven't ever fought one.
So this is a magical darkness, but it's not by a spell, correct?
Correct. It's a natural, magical darkness. Most things here in the Fey realm are naturally magic.
Yeah, just verifying.
Of course, Ayla. Your inquisitive nature does your country proud.
Thank you.
Not sure if that was a compliment or not.
No, I said thank you.
Yes, but she's got a double meaning on that.
Yes, I know.
Kind of like
That doesn't
such kind of
help.
heart.
Yeah.
Kind of like bless your heart.
Exactly.
Right.
So all of the spells I have would do no good.
I'm the only one that has Devil's Sight.
Right.
I do have ways to communicate with you through it, but it doesn't mean that's going to help you much.
Yeah, I know.
I get to send to Slarin and
Dang.
there you go. That's up to you if you wanted to go that avenue, Slarin. Go ahead and be creative with how you want to handle that. Cool.
All
right.
While there's
I'll
while
think about
you
that for a second.
Mm-hmm.
yeah
Yeah, go,
while you're
go ahead,
thinking
Chloe.
of that, no, while you're thinking of that and getting your thoughts in order, I do have a question for GM just for
Sure.
technicalities. Would because we've got something that's very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lantern of revealing.
Mhm.
Would that work in those shadows thingies with the like
No.
for the devil's sight? No, I didn't think so, but I wanted to clarify because of the way it's worded. That is
Yep.
all.
So, any other questions you have for me? Anyone's gonna speak up at this point? Excuse me. Can you burn shadow krakens? Leslie smiles. Of course. They're not immune to fire. Thanks. That's all I needed.
Could they be harmed by radiant energy?
Potentially. Most things in the Shintar Grove will be damaged by radiant energy, yes. If not vulnerable.
Hmm. That's interesting.
not on the Kraken, but is it? Do we know how? What kills shadows?
Light helps kill shadows. These shadows are physical beings, not just the figments of the absence of light. They're named shadows because they take that form. They are manifest creatures that will have to strike. Or via magic. Thinking and reading and notes. Hence for a moment. Let's see. Okay. Would you ask that now, or are you going to wait on that one?
It would be private. She
Okay.
would make sure it's private because that's her story.
Sure. We'll
But
cover
it's
that.
one that she would feel is necessary to be told
Sure.
to her.
Okay. Well, have you enjoyed the tea?
I
Have it
surely have. I enjoy a good cup of tea, and this is excellent.
Covet realizes she hasn't had a drop of tea just because she has been so taking in
Intent.
all the knowledge.
All right.
Shall we begin our engagements?
What time is it, GM?
At this point, it would be 11:30. Or no, we got here at 11:30. So it would be about 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Do you think anybody would be up after the wedding?
Everybody was quite vigorous and excitable last night.
Don't you think it might have taken something out of them?
Something was taken.
You know, we might want to wait until tomorrow to visit, quote unquote, people. Not everyone is as let's see, what is the word I want to use? Invigorated as much as you are, my dear Brinkle.
Okay. You gonna hang on my antlers again?
Do you have to say everything out loud
Uh,
in front of people?
Now, Ayla, if I had a Musatar with such a magnificent rack, I'd hang from them too.
That's not it. It's just some things I like to keep personal.
Oh. As she leans over, my husband enjoys hanging from my rack.
I'm sure.
Ayla blushes and giggles.
I think we lost somebody. She's
Well, I do have to wake up my husband, because if he sleeps past noon, he's a grump.
That's fair.
And sometimes sleeps like the dead.
Ha 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 ha. Mother.
He smiles. Yes.
This is gonna come. This has got this.
Bring
This
it.
is like got two-sided conversation. Did you drain him dry?
Well, more than one.
Hmm. Winkle got it.
Mm-hmm.
So did Ayla.
As she licks her
But Ayla
lips,
can't blush any more than she already did.
as she licks her
She's in a permanent
lips,
state of rut.
your mother is going to go and leave the room, leaving the party to discuss their plans.
As soon as she steps out of earshot, I'm going to first of all cast non-detection on myself,
Sure.
and second of all say, I think I could see if Protectorate would be willing to lend the harpoon to us.
You think you could?
I think I could, knowing that they are perfectly suited to this task. It is one ship, but they are accompanied by specialists, by sirens, by creatures of the deep. We have our issues with creatures that inhabit the deepest and darkest portions of the sea. Some are peaceful, some are not. These are the ones who deal with the ones who are not.
That
That's a
sounds
high
like
end.
exactly what we would need, doesn't it?
Ambassador, what you suggest sounds like the beginning of a beautiful relationship.
Indeed. Now, this would be a loan, not a gift. For the terms of length of time it takes to convey us to the Grove.
And I think that it is also the foundation of future interactions, trade, and opportunities between the Protectorate and the Grove in the future.
What of an embassy?
That as well.
Would that be to your liking, Ambassador?
It would be. Highlight, if I may be candid,
That's your line.
She's going to be candid, it's Lauren, okay?
She rolls her eyes at Twilight and Ayla as like, of course, please.
I'm
think
sorry I feel corrupted.
I think there are many benefits that the Protectorate and the Grove would see from a relationship with each other. But that will all be dependent on the degree to which I can trust you as a leader.
That is fair.
Twilight raises an eyebrow. Is there a continuation or a description or a reservation or something that you need clarified? He was uncomfortable with the pregnant pause that was there after that statement, so he's trying to get it to.
Please
continue.
We've had our disagreements. I just need to know that you'll always put common good above all.
We have traveled long, we have traveled far. Across the sands, the mountains, the seas, the deserts, and sometimes even time itself. While you and I have had our disagreements, differences of opinion, or maybe even differences of methodology. I do think that my actions speak for themselves, that I've always sought the greatest good while limiting the amount of harm being done. While it has seemed chaotic at times, or you may not have liked my means or methodology, I think you've seen that my desires, my goals, my aims, this end state that I have sought has been for the greater good, has been to the benefit of you, myself, and the rest of the party, and has benefited each and every culture, tribe, civilization that we've come across up to this point in time. You may not like my means, but I do think that our successes speak for themselves.
So I will nod. Okay, then I think we have our foundation.
And I also like to think that I'm always been open to honest discourse and conversation and have heated advice every once in a while. I think. Ish, maybe?
Oh, of course, I know that I have not been afraid to say what I have thought, and you have not been afraid to say what you've thought. And you've been able to have those conversations the way that any two responsible parties would have had them.
And I look forward to a long, glorious, enriching, and fruitful friendship. And maybe
I as well.
if we want to call it an alliance.
An alliance would be good. Let us secure your grove so that we may make that a reality.
And to reducing the unwanted influences from other realms onto your domain while enhancing and enriching and strengthening those influences that you do desire.
Precisely.
Not to change the subject, but to change the subject.
Yes, Lady Winkle of the Imperial Isles. The council recognizes you to have a pool.
I've been thinking about what we could offer. In bringing over from the material planes, you will be bringing a lot of people over to help us. and they will need to be fed on a regular basis, which I've noticed here in the Fey realm that the length of days varies. That's not going to be the way it is for the material people. So I was thinking that perhaps the Carial Isles could supply food sources for all of the material planes and anybody else who comes over to fight in exchange for protective wards around our island to keep the pirates away.
Okay, got everybody confused with that one.
I'm sorry, it was not my intent.
No,
We
Just protective wards.
What did we hear when we were at Carial Isles? The one thing that they talked about repeatedly was protecting
Isolation.
the island. It was protecting the island against the pirates, and the only way they knew to do it was by isolating themselves. If we had protective wards about the island, they could open up to more trade, not just with Fluidon, but with other nations as well, and not have to worry about pirates getting in because the pirates couldn't.
would you be able to have that kind of authority? That's my question.
All I have to do is write a letter and get it sent home. Okay?
To be intercepted.
To be intercepted by the people who can make it happen. There's a method in my madness. All I have to do is address it to my father, but have the letter being written to the bearer of the, what was she?
Moon bearer.
The fort bearer, whatnot?
The fort bearer, yeah. And the king.
Mm-hmm.
They'll get it, and they can let me know.
Speaking
I
of
don't see them
millions,
saying no. But if we could provide foodstuffs, because a army marches on its stomach, if we could provide food for the army,
Especially moose armies.
particularly the moose army, I know them. Throw a little mooseberry muffin in there or two.
Here becomes the joining of the Moose and Tars and the Carial Islands with permanent association.
But my point being, if we could supply the food for the armies in return for protection and then maintenance of those wards, I think they'll go for it.
So, medium, quick question.
Yes.
Who could provide that first?
So, my understanding of the, lack of a better term, industrial outputs of Tentara Grove prior to the overcoming by shadows was along the lines of magical items, trinkets, crafts, jewelries, mythical shirts, etc.
Yep.
More in terms of artisan type, not necessarily magical wards or schools or any of that other.
Fine craftsmanship as opposed to wards and stuff. Right.
Where
But
the
I'm
trinkets
sure-
themselves were of high quality and the like, but it wasn't necessarily like what Shadow Shaddai is as the central point of magical schooling and capability.
Right.
I understand that, but I think for sure that there's someone there, even in our group maybe, who could do this.
Yep. Setting up wards to protect the Shintara Grove. Be really handy.
Yeah. And I'm thinking also, as Shantare Grove recovers, I know that they had some fruit trees and things of that nature to feed the people of the grove. You're going to need to replant all this stuff. And there are people on my island who are experts at this and in getting it to grow fast.
What you're being offered, Twilight, is infrastructure support from Ayla.
Which is absolutely, but what she's asking for in return, I don't know that I actually have as an ability to offer, since I don't see it as something that I have as a capability or as a future capability.
What is it that you're wanting in return, Ayla?
I'm wanting some type of protective magic
Oh,
around Cariol Isle.
that's probably not a thing that they can do, but they can provide magical items and a foothold in the Fey realms.
That's
That'd be good.
That'd be good. That'd be great.
So that I can do. It's the whole establishing of the wards thing that I don't see as a output capability of the isle.
No, that would
So
be an
what-
output from Cariol Isles to Shantara Grove.
And Shantara Grove in return could create, just like the protectorate, an embassy for those from the infrastructure.
After
Absolutely,
all,
trade and everything.
yeah,
Right.
after all, the Cariol Isles wants intelligence. Having an ambassador at the Shantara Grove would be beneficial to the Cariol Isles.
Exactly. That's why I suggest an embassy.
And in return, we offer help in rebuilding your infrastructure.
Twilight.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. Love this.
And I'm certain that, and I look at Boinkle, that
This
Bartholomew
podcast is awesome.
would be willing to share his techniques on how to plow.
Those were really straight.
I know they were, and they were perfectly spaced. So I'm sure he would be willing to share that as well.
We're real good at
I
plowing.
mean, he plowed really, really hard.
And Ayla just got it. There it is, right
There
there.
it is.
I got it when he said it. I'm just ignoring it. When you're
And he's
Boinkle
offered to
White,
teach
have to
Winkle
learn
his
to do it.
plowing technique.
Yes.
I don't want to learn from Daddy.
I
It's
don't.
been proven.
That's a fanfic that we can put off on the side. We can go and do that off to the side. Oh man.
The beginning of a long and glorious relationship between the Musatars and Cariol Isle.
I think so. I think so.
It reminds me of Cuban culture. Damn. All right.
I'm just thinking ahead, trying to I'm assuming that this is going to be successful. I have every confidence that we're going to go into this and it will be successful. And Twilight, you will sit upon your father's throne as the rightful heir.
I think I plan on doing things a little bit different than what dear old Dad did.
I hope so. I hope so.
Agreed. But that
Different
being
in what
said,
ways?
To leverage. Say again?
Different in what ways?
First of all, not deal with Doldrin.
Naturally.
I would think you wouldn't want to involve dark powers the way he did.
Not imprison Chantara and actually free her.
What I read of his father in the early days, he was a great leader. He walked among his people. He cared about his people. But the thing that I noticed as he began to seek more power is that he stopped doing things like that. I hope you never do.
I want to know if somebody or something was whispering in his ear.
That's a
Well,
definite possibility.
it seems that he has surrounded himself with the wrong people, and you do that, and shadows seem to whisper.
I wonder if we can leverage the school at Shadow Shaddai and some of the high magics that they have there to help with the transport of both the protectorate and the capabilities out of the Cario Isles.
I know that Sultan Lega said that he would be willing to help any way that he could. Just, he had to. He did say that he himself would not be able to come, but he could lend aid where he could. It does not hurt to contact him. I could do so.
If he could send a lot of mages that were light affiliated, that
Or
would be
radiant?
very good. Or radiant, yeah.
So I think we understand how to, or what we need from the material plane. I think we need to finalize and solidify what's here in the Faerons. And
Not
then
quite.
make that reach out to the Celestial as well to give them opportunity to start their war.
But before we go any farther, Covet will look at Eowyn and smile and...
We are not bringing Lord Basil to the Faerons.
No. What I'm saying is... And
well,
she looks...
maybe.
She looks at Eowyn and smiles, but also takes a deep breath and says, Leslie was right in choosing you to be the moral compass. You've always pointed us in the right direction. Your counsel has always been taken into account, whether you agreed or not, or how best to go through a situation. What, other than your amazing pyrotechnic skills, oh great Lord of the Flame, what can we help you with?
I don't really need help with anything. All I really need is when this is all done, I need Twilight to come back to Nausha with me, report in to Mr. Basil, and recommend that I take over the Blue Cloak.
As I have promised.
And as long as that happens, well, then I'm ready to burn whatever I have to burn and destroy what we have to destroy. And, well, as long as we're not doing evil things, I'm up for it. Sounds like his complication with Leslie is complicated, but it sounds like she's done it for a good reason. We need to free the Shintara Grove. We need to end the influence of darkness. We need to do so quickly. I don't see the complication. Why don't we go
Should we see
face off against these Shadow Krakens? We can take them with Islarin's friend's help and whatever other resources Leslie talked about. I got a little confused over all of that. as long as we can get the resources, we should act and get it over with.
I agree.
I agree.
The longer we delay, the longer Alia has to get her defenses in order.
She knows we're coming. She already knows.
All the more reason.
She'd be stupid not to know.
All the more reason for us to strike faster than wait.
Let's get all of our resources in order, starting tomorrow.
Yeah.
And
I think
then
everybody will be more able to discuss things lucidly tomorrow.
So,
so
if you ask me, I'd like to delegate. I'd like to delegate to Twilight to arrange who goes where, who's going to be with us on the attack party, and who's going to be distracting, reducing the forces we have to face. I'd recommend that Twilight handle this. After all, it's his home. So, if you ask me, Twilight, we're here to back you up. We'll do what we have to. Tell us what you want us to do.
I do. With that being said, Cabot will nod at Aowen and then nod at Twilight and be like, so I have to contact a lot of people from other planes. 2 Celestials, the Sultan,
Heavens, we have a lot of people to contact on this plane.
yes, but particularly the other planes. The ones on this plane, I think we've got a particular little messenger that owes us that can help us.
This is true.
But I will say that as she looks at her notes, she is going to, and we're going to kind of, and if it's okay with GM, I would like to kind of montage what they like this list that she has to go through,
Sure.
just confirming everybody and what they've provided and what they've said and that sort of thing.
Sure.
Just, getting prepared that list and then going through that list the following day kind of situation. Would
Okay.
that be okay?
That's fine. Just work up a list of what you want me to communicate to them, and we can do that offline. Work up a
It's just to
document.
save time and
Yeah.
to
For
be
brevity's sake.
prudent. Yeah.
So, for brevity's sake, you've got homework.
Yep.
So, get that to me preferably by Tuesday, so that I can have what you're trying to send to whom.
Can
Thursday?
we negotiate for? Yeah, Thursday would
Okay.
probably be better
I
because
can do
I've got
Thursday.
some things going this week that are
Sure.
going to take up a lot of time.
Sure. If you guys want to work together on this, I encourage it. So go ahead and discuss that in the Discord during the week. What all you're requesting from each party, how you're going to get people where. Work up those notes, and then send me a briefing on how you guys want to handle this. And I'll handle the back end once you have sent me what you have done where. Get it all arranged. Oh. With all of those logistics messages sent over the span of the next afternoon, that's going to take all the way to dinner time. It's going to be dark by the time you guys get done. Leslie has brought in snacks on occasion for you guys, and we'll answer some generic questions if you had any about specifics. Otherwise, she's letting you guys work.
I think so. Lauren is at some point going to find some parchment, some ink, and begin writing out the terms that she, Twilight, and Ayla have all agreed to. And at the top of the page, he's going to write the words Unified Alliance to Take Grove. UATG.
You already have inspiration.
I do it for love of the game.
And for the love of the game, the UATG, Unified
I love
Alliance, Take the Grove.
I love this so much. Beautiful done. Beautifully done.
All right. So,
But other than that, she will also add, we should also figure out when Queen Titania wants to see us, because we don't want to keep her waiting.
Agreed. She does want to be involved, though indirectly.
And we should probably see her first, as her terms are likely the ones we will need to work the most around and fit all the other pieces in where they fit.
That
Would we
sounds
tell
like
her?
a wise idea.
Would we tell her? I mean, with, and then she stutters like what I'm doing now, but she would stop and then gather her thoughts and then be like, should we tell her everything? It seems like my mother sure has. Everything seems to have gone with Titania's blessing because of it.
I was going to say, it seems like she already knows everything up to this point.
Should we contact these other people first?
No, I think we need to talk to the Queen first. Because if we
Okay.
contact somebody she doesn't think is wise, she'll let us know.
If we can tell her what is relevant, and we can be open to her whatever will help secure her aid. We don't necessarily need to reveal our full hand all at once.
I'm not saying tell her every jot and tittle, but we can tell her framework.
I like that framework.
Just instead of giving specifics, we can just say we have the resources that we need. So if she asks more pointedly, then we can answer, but until then.
I would just say if she asks a question, we don't lie.
Oh, absolutely. We should never lie to her.
No,
Oh no. Nope.
or we don't
Nope.
hide facts. I just think, be open to what she asks.
all right. Well, do you guys want to go see Queen Titania? Or I think Covet wanted to do one thing before we did so. Right?
It's just at your discretion. It doesn't have to be today. It can be like when just before they leave Ashelian. It
Yeah, I
doesn't
think-
have to be today. It's just to
Yeah.
tie up some loose ends on her part.
All good. We'll do the real quick here. So, it won't take long. I think Covet's going
I'm
to
gonna kind of keep it broad.
Yeah. Covet's going to approach Leslie in a private moment, pulling her aside away from the rest of the party. Yes. What do you need?
I understand everything
or at least most things for me now, and trying to, or at least coming to grips with it. But you've said this repeatedly, even before I knew you were my mother, even before I made it here. Nausha, when I first became your student, so to speak, you sacrificed much. And I don't mean more, and I mean more than just me. I think that you owe me just a little bit of an explanation. What do you mean? And don't just placate me by saying, my dear Covet, or my dear sweet daughter. What happened to put you on this path other than Tim Kale? I get that, the pact, I understand. But what else happened?
Pauses for a moment, and she gathers herself, and the moment goes eerily quiet. You no longer will hear the members of the party in the other room, and the room around you grows a little bit darker. She sighs. Moment of vulnerability. You can tell she's trying to open up, lower the shields a little bit. Turns to you. I have friends that I care about more than I care about some of my family. You excluded your father as well. But my parents, my siblings, I care not for at all. My family, beyond the two of you, has grown via the Longstriders Consortium. They needed protecting. They were at an impasse, some rune lords, and they were about to die. I knew what would happen if I embraced the power that the rune lord contained. The rest of my friends lay dying on the hill. Only way that I could keep them alive during the burst of necrotic energy was to contain it myself, to take the rune lord's place as a lich. I saved my friend by casting a wish to become the lich I was defeating, take their place, their phylactery, and to gain their powers. The wish took hold. My friends were saved. But I lost something in the transference. No wish is without consequence. And when I did so, yes, my goals were sated, but my capacity to feel has been diminished. I'm not complete. It's part of what has made me ruthless, what has allowed me to do what I've had to do in order to ensure the greater good. Manipulate my own daughter, my husband, and many, many others in order to do what is best for the world. I've learned that my morality flawed. I have friends that I ask, use as a sounding board. Sutono Sherez, Gert Frost, Perfex, Sumar, and even Brad the Waiter. River Spell Song, Radian, many, many others. I use them, discuss what my plans are, because it's difficult for me to know right from wrong. I do what I do because someone has to. No one else will. Falls to me. I'm not a hero of it. I'm the villain that will do what has to be done for the greater good. I trust my friends on the street. I've lost my morality. I hope you understand that. I've manipulated 3 important people in my life. You, Abbott Von Sim. I've manipulated Tay Eagle Splitter into the first assault on the Shantara Grove that failed. I've manipulated Tyro Thunderdrone into becoming a draconic force in order to train new recruits for the Longstriders Consortium. I didn't. This is wrong. Nor will I apologize for it. What had to happen? Blame's going to fall on someone.
Covet will take a deep breath and look her mother in the eye and will respond in saying, "You have sacrificed much.
See that there are no
Maybe."
tears in her eye. Almost pride, opposed to sorrow.
And and Covet will see this, but that's the thing that's not so odd for Covet at the same time. She's not crying either. It would be understanding at that point. Because she understands now some of the sacrifice that will not truly understand to the degree that Leslie has, but she will understand what she's gone through, and she will be curious as to when that wish took hold and she became the Lich, even though she's told me she's never died. And to become a Lich, you technically have to die, correct? Am I correct? In
The
GM?
basis of Lichdom, yes. She is something else. She's never
Yeah.
died. She took on the powers of the Lich. She took on the Rune Lord title. And she took the Rune Lord's powers while saving her friends.
So maybe her soul kind of chipped in a way.
Indeed.
And part of her soul is with the phylactery, potentially.
Mm-hmm. That's your insight, yep. He hasn't said as much, but Based off of your insight, that's what you're reading into.
I mean, to me, that just makes sense.
Mhm.
I could be very wrong.
For
But
the record, you're out of character. You are on the nose. This is what happened in her backstory. For those who want to understand this story, go play Rise of the Rune Lords from Pathfinder.
so
Spoiler warning.
with that, she understands now more of why she did the way she did, and the way, and more of the lack of feeling that she has displayed during all of this. And she'll look at, she has this moment of clarity, but at the same time fearful, and wonders if any of that transferred to her because she is her daughter.
At which point
And
she's
she'll
just
laugh.
going to give you a hug.
And
You're
ask.
going to ask?
She is. She's gonna ask. Because
What
they're
did-
alone. They're it's in a
what is
private
the exact
setting.
phrasing of the question?
How much of any of this, the extra feelings, did that transfer to me? Did the any of the powers transfer to me that are not of that are not of the pact? What did transfer to me specifically?
Well, she brightens up a little bit. Well, of course, your Shadow Kai heritage, that comes from me. So all of that.
At that point, she pulls her hair back and like looks at her ears. And
Yeah. She's got normal ears. Normal, not knife ears, but she smiles at you. Fun to enjoy the heritage. Not all of us have pointy ears of it.
Okay, that's a dad thing. Gotcha.
You got your ears from your father. For the record, they make great handles.
Yay!
Yeah.
Now, as far as gaining powers, that's from me lending you the powers through the pact. The Rune Lord's powers allowed me to do such a thing. Not demigod levels of power, but it's enough to share when I'm not using. So, are you a lich? Is the question? No.
No, I haven't given up my soul for that, I don't think.
Not yet. I'd encourage you not to. But at some point, Covet, if you and your husband are able to reclaim the Shatari Grove, I would like to request something.
What is that?
I would request that a Longstriders Consortium outpost be placed within the Shantara Grove in order to facilitate the members having good trade within the Grove and as a base of operations in Bay Realms.
It's already been asked of me.
Well,
Got
by whom?
you.
Well, I just wanted to reinforce it. Oh. Anything else here?
Okay. So, and this kind of has to do with us, but not really. I got my pact magic from you. Comes from the Rune Lord. Gotcha. Understood. Got that completely now. But an apprentice. Thalia got her magic from the Lady of Shadows originally. So this question comes twofold. One, what's the pact between Thalia and the Lady of Shadows? I know pacts are very word specific, intention specific. Is she more powerful than the Lady of Shadows now?
Oh dear, no. I'm not as powerful as Shadows. Nor are you. The Lady of Shadows is using Thalia Neverworld in order to expand the influence of the shadows in the plane. Shintara Grove is a battery for power. With the Child of Shadows, the Lady of Shadows is essentially using her as a tool. You need to recover the Child of Shadows and return it to the Lady of Shadows in order to limit the power output that's coming out.
Okay, that's fair. And that's kind of what I had
Give
thought
her
was
her
going
child back, and she'll abandon Thalia.
on. No, that is no doubt in my mind. So,
It'd be like someone stealing you. I'd send armies to cover you. And Lady of Shadows believes she's sending armies to recover her child.
that's why you sent Twilight, huh?
He smiles. Very astute.
Gotcha. So, you obviously have, going back to the question at hand. Well, no, excuse me. Going back to what we were originally speaking of in your past. You obviously have a phylactery. I do not want to know it is. I don't want to know where it is.
Good. I don't want to tell you.
Ignorance. Good. Ignorance is bliss at this point.
Is it?
But I will ask, is it someplace safe?
She smiles. Probably the broadest you've ever seen her smile. To be honest, Covet, I'm unsure. I don't know where it is. I trusted someone to hide it from me so that I couldn't gain further powers or be ensorcelled by it. So I don't know where it is. It's in safekeeping, far as I know. And I trust that person. Listen.
I'm not gonna ask. Ignorance is bliss. Ignorant is bliss. Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, never mind.
Out of character, I named this person in that list. So you guys can go and conjecture how you like. The looks from the party on the webcam is...
So, I have a sister?
Well, yes, half-sister.
Half-sister. Do you know where she is now?
Oh, yes.
Would you like to share that information?
I suppose it wouldn't hurt. She's in Tectona Bay in Indonesia. She's currently working on an archaeological project. I have a picture of her if you'd like to see it.
Please?
Does she have a name?
He does have a name, and this would be asked, I guess, once you guys get back to the party. Her name is Siobhan, and I will type that in chat.
We've met her briefly.
Yep. You met her just outside Judith's Intricacies and Oddities. We will put her on the screen.
Yeah. Older or younger sister?
Younger.
By the looks of it, much younger.
Are you saying Covet's old?
Hey, hey, hey.
For the record, I will go ahead and show the full piece of art. We'll go ahead and zoom out on her so you guys can see the whole piece of art. That could lead you into inferences as to her father.
Oh, I know who her dad is.
Yeah, I
Because
can
that was
think.
revealed.
Now that
Yeah,
that's
that was
revealed.
definitely revealed.
Yeah,
That was revealed.
that was. So there you go. Have fun with that.
Does Dad know?
He does. I keep very few secrets from your father. And, well, pregnancy is one that's very difficult to hide.
Yeah.
Especially from your father. Of it. It won't
Tiffany,
surprise you that you come from two very amorous parents.
No, that doesn't surprise me at all. No, not with our conversations that we had before before I realized that you were my mother.
Your father likes to
Wow.
keep his hands on me, and so pregnancy is very difficult to hide.
Do I have any other siblings?
Smiles, starts walking away.
No, you cannot do that to me, Chief. Oh no. She actually grabs her arm. It's like, no, ma'am. Don't you do that to me.
Well, maybe.
Yes, no, and how many?
Smiles. I'm not at liberty to say.
Why?
Well, some things are better left to mystery.
No, they're not. I have siblings.
Yes,
Yeah, but
and
you do say
Siobhan
ignorance
is
is
more than
bliss.
enough for you. But I only have 2 daughters.
Sons?
Talk to Daddy.
Smiles.
I'm asking you, not Dad. I'm asking you.
Just gonna smile and wink.
She gets okay, so that's just the 2. Okay, gotcha.
And for the record, I'm going to leave that vague and ambiguous because I want to, and someone might want to claim that later.
That's fair.
So by leaving it vague and ambiguous and just smile and a wink, we can go ahead and let her eventually have a younger brother.
Okay.
I think the "for now" is a great way to put it.
So
She's not
Even
beyond
though-
the age of childbearing.
she never gets past that. So she, with all of this, there are laughs, there is teasing, there is, that sort of thing. And Covet, the ice that has been around her heart with her has thawed just a little bit more, because she has been honest. Covet may not have asked all the right questions, but that's the one thing Leslie has never done, has lied to her.
Right.
And that's the thing, is that Covet hasn't always asked the right questions.
Indeed.
And she realizes that.
And sometimes she just deigns not to answer.
And that's fair. That's totally a Leslie move. Or anybody move.
Better to not answer than tell a lie in Leslie's.
Yeah. So she's happy with this conversation, and by the time that they're done, she actually gives her mother a genuine hug. Not necessarily a forgiveness hug, but one of genuine concern over what happens to her own mother.
Well, now, are you ready for your visit to the Queen?
Is one ever ready to visit the Queen?
Yes.
No, but let's go anyway.
Ladies, gentlemen, are you ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Well, I will be joining you, of course, in disguise. After all, I have appearances to maintain. But I think it's time for us to make our way there. It would please the Queen greatly if we walk in with a bit more of a sachet than normal. As if our thighs were. She believes that the honeymoon and wedding night are sacred, should be spirit.
Hurt.
So, shall we go?
Is everyone ready?
Let's go.
All right, cool. So Leslie will change back into her disguise. And go. Well, now, if we're all ready, as Aragella smiles, it's time for us to go to the court. You guys can leave the Von Sin mansion to head towards court. Aragella goes with you, and you will pass through the silver bows and to the court itself. As you guys arrive, the beauty here is stunning, and Queen Titania is holding court. Guards will escort you in, of course. After all, that's what we do. And Queen Titania will greet you. Your titles are read off. We're going to state them for the court here. Lord Bwinkle, Chieftain of the Plains, Islaren, Ambassador of the Shinoza Protectorate from the Material Plane, Eowyn, Lord of Flames, Twilight's Call of the Shantara Grove, and Master Swordsman, Covet Von Sin of the House Von Sin, Noblewoman of the Fey Courts, and Ayla Taylor, Princess of the Cariel Isle. I greet you. What business do you bring me?
And we all look at Twilight.
Yes, you may be
Yes.
captain, but he's the admiral.
All right.
Get him a hat.
No, because you might like that hat too much.
Yeah, about that one. All right.
About that one.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Only if it comes with a feather, right? Got it.
Really big feather.
Big feather. All right, Twilight.
Queen Titania, your radiance. We stand before you not with petition, but with clarity. We understand what our future holds for us, the charges that have been given to us, and the requests that have been made to us. The grove stands wounded. There are obstacles in our path, and individuals that need to be reduced down to their respective place. If left unchecked, the shadows and the rot will spread beyond their current realms, and we look to you for guidance and direction. We have a way forward to answer this threat. We have the makings of a plan that unite both the material and the Fey realms. And we look to those in this courts and beyond for every strength possible to gather at our opportunities to push back against the shadows and to bring back Chantara into her rightful place.
Well, then. You have called for much. The court will acquiesce. We will provide you with the means necessary in order to cleanse the scourge that is Shantara. For the shadows that lie there should not be here. We give you our blessing. You will not be opposed by our armies in your efforts to retake your grove. However, you must return our friend to us. Shantara must rise. For taking the grove without her return, and the grove will be forfeit to the throne. Am I understood, Lord Twilight, Master?
Your requirements are well received, Your Radiance.
I am glad. I am pleased by your courtesy. In spite of your lack of training, you have spoken well in every meeting with me. You should be proud of it, Von Sin, of your husband, for he bears himself well.
Of course, my queen.
So, the assault upon the Shantara Grove must begin within a fortnight of today. You have 14 days in which to begin the assault. Anything you need, you must ask of the court, your allies, or other resources. I cannot directly act upon the Shantara Grove. However, you may. Have any questions that you would ask of me?
And Twilight will turn to the rest of the party to see what they may have.
This is your opportunity to ask the Queen of the Fae questions.
Habit pulls out a scroll and it drops.
Rolls across the floor. Question 1.
Okay. And this is half OOC, half in character, just because
Sure.
I want to make sure that I'm asking the correct
Okay.
questions. We have not had introductions with the people um that Aragella
hmm
mother had suggested. Um would it be prudent for would she be one to be able to call them forward, or
Oh,
is
so
that
good.
something that we don't do?
Oh, that's good.
I
Yeah.
don't know whether that's
Roll an
good or
insight
bad.
check. Your insight check here. 13. Yeah, it's probably a good idea to get introduced formally by the queen, because then you've got her weight behind your interactions with those people.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
It's like, for lack of an analogy, it's like going to the officers club, making friends with the general, and then displaying, oh, I know that he goes golfing.
I've been golfing with him.
Right.
Sure, why not?
Exactly.
Okay, guy. Yeah, okay.
So
Politics, politics, politics.
you know how to play this game.
Yep.
So who would you call forth first for the introduction?
Um, I would definitely, for sure want to speak with, Metalush.
Okay.
We had spoken to him briefly, but having her back there, backing us and
Sure.
stuff like that would be a thing.
Cool. She calls forth Minalush, the Prince of Cats, champion of the Great Hunt, champion of the Moon, master of the Great Hunt, ruler of his own realm. And Minalush will step forward and nod. He doesn't bow, he just nods at her. Cocky jerk. He nods. My lady. Doesn't even say your majesty. My lady is how he references Queen Titania of the Fae. Like an equal. This is
That's so
Menelush,
ballsy.
the Prince of Cats, the champion of the moon, master of the great hunt, and ruler of his own realm. He is a powerful archmage. His familiars roam the plains, keeping tabs on his interests. He is well versed in a variety of magical techniques and divinations. Supremely intelligent and a great tactician, he will assist you in any way he can as long as it furthers his own aims. Chintara Grove, in his case, is viewed as a place of power where new magical items could be crafted with the resurgence of the mines. He has a vested interest in ensuring that the Chantara Grove returns to prominence in order for his trade with his own people to sell.
Okay. So GM, just to make sure that I'm clear, are we bargaining here, or what's
That's
going
what
on?
he's going to give you. Is he's going to give you political and tactical powers. He's going to be essentially the guy driving tactics for the NPCs, the
Love it.
tactician party.
Amazing. And she will she will nod and raise her neck just a little bit to show that she is wearing the collar that he had given.
He smiles, and you're going to feel the little ringer, the little ball inside the bell, shift just slightly at his smile. Not enough to make a noise that anyone else can hear, but you can feel the little vibration against your throat.
And I mean, he's obviously she'll say, it just that feels It's interesting. Interesting sensation.
He smiles and raises an eyebrow, and then locks eyes with Twilight and gives a smile and a nod.
There'll be a nod as well back from
With a
Twilight.
shit-eating grin.
At some point here, we are going to have a flashback to the frolic after the wedding, where Covet began speaking in feline to Twilight. Purr, 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 purr. The language of love.
Lots of purr.
Right.
She
No.
Meow, meow, meow,
just
As it was gifted because of Twilight's whiskers, Twilight, you could understand the feline tongue. Said that on purpose that way. All right.
she just smiles.
He's playful about this, just having a bit of a grin.
That I think is also because
The next person that she
the
she
master
nods
tongue.
and is
Next.
There's an exchange.
let's see, we want an you had a list on the Roll20. Thank you. That makes life easy. I'm not going through my stuff.
From Twilight.
She is going to
Been passed a note.
then she's going to make sure that with the queen, making sure that the that it's okay to bring forces from the material plane to assault the grove when necessary.
As long as
Making
it's
sure that-
only the Shintaran Grove, yes. They must leave once the grove is liberated.
Understood. She is wanting.
What about the embassies?
What?
What about the embassies, Kathy?
I'm getting there. There's a list. Look at Roll20. There's a list. She
I see it now. Okay.
don't.
I try to spread the wealth here and not retain.
She wants to speak with please tell me if I'm pronouncing this correctly. Maeve.
Yes.
She would like to be introduced to Maeve and talk talk about the coast and things like that.
Sure.
Because she would know about Shantara Grove Coast.
All right. So, Maeve
But
will
the
come forward
introduction
as
for
well.
that.
This is Maeve, the warrior queen. She handles the conflicts in the Fey realms and other planes of existence. She teaches warriors how to fight, how to be noble, and how to find their way in a treacherous world. She will guide your forces.
Twilight's already a fan.
She will guide your forces in conjunction with Menelouche as a training tool. She will be on the front lines and engage in combat with your foes.
What I'm going through my list, through my notes. Sorry. I have heard that she knows the path to the Mythgate. Is this true?
Maeve is going to smile at you. I know the way to the Mythgate, of course. Of course I do. And we can guide you there. Do you wish to go to the Mythgate? She looks at Queen Titania, who rolls her eyes and nods. Queen Titania is willing to bend her apprehensions here in order to get the Shantara Grove freed.
That's a wow.
And Covet would just look at the queen kind of shocked at this, but she also is very
Covet knows exactly what she did, and she will look at the queen and bow her head to her in acknowledgement.
Maeve may be able to bring some special forces to bear. After all, she knows all the best warriors.
I have heard that Lady Seraphel Nightsong, she's at the edge of Shantara Grove. Is that true?
Well, not directly on the edge, but at the Myth Gate. If you'd like, I can introduce you to her.
I think that that would be beneficial.
Maeve is going to bow. Then we will meet at the Myth Gate. I will show you the way after you have left here.
She nods and in appreciation, without saying thank you, but saying thank you. And then
As she's about to depart, Maeve curtsies so deep that her thighs become completely exposed. And then she withdraws.
Covet sees this. She sees how well defined her thighs are, and she's like, "I've got to figure out what her leg day routine is. Holy smoke!" Okay, and she says that in her head. And then she is. She wants to be introduced to Nimbus Pearlwake to ask permission to use divination to help forces make it to Shantara Grove once they are on this plane.
Very well. Coming out from the left side of the court, an aquatic figure rises from the pool. What was that?
She's so pretty.
As she comes up, she will greet you. We will ensure that the weather is well. The ships will not be tormented by the great seas.
She nods in appreciation as well.
We will control the weather to ensure favorable situations for the duration of the assault.
Winkle asked a question of her. Can you have the water
GM,
flow?
problems with connectivity.
Good, Winkle?
Could you have the water flow help the ships but push away any of the krakens?
We can attempt to. Cannot guarantee, but we will attempt to do what you ask. Anything else you need from her? No? It's fun to bring out the court and be like, here we go, here we go, here we go.
A way to diminish the power of the shadows on Shantara Grove itself through divine influence.
That is unclear. Some of the gods are in turmoil as of late. Our connection to the deities that we have known is sparse at best, ever since 2 days ago. The Archfey rule here, says Queen Titania. The gods have no place.
Kevet will have a small, quick quirk of the mouth, smile, but at the same, because at that point, she realizes how powerful she really has become. And in her mind, she's going, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. I did that. Ah! Okay.
No one knows that you severed the connection between the gods and the Fey realms.
What have I done? Oh dear. Okay. And then okay, so we've talked to Pruning Stell Brightgrove. Is she still part of can she call her in,
Oh, of
or is
course
that
Stell can appear. Stell shows up with a little shimmer and sparkle. Poof! Hello, friends!
she smiles and says, "Hello, friend. It is good to see the hope that you bring with you." She asks
Oh,
to
Queen! She bows and curtsies awkwardly.
She asks if Stell Bright Grove could bring reinforcements and distractions for for Shantar Grove for the assault. And
Will do! We'll have the army ready. The fireflies will be in full force.
is there anything that you can do about the magical darkness?
He thinks for a moment. I think so. And she's going to come over and she pulls out a bag that is glowing, sparkling. This won't remove all of it, but it'll let you see at least in front of you. And she reaches in and she will dust you guys with a sprinkling of baptismal fairy dust for each of you.
We got pixie dusted.
You have been
Yes.
pixie dusted.
Twilight sneeze.
As each of you gets pixie dusted, you guys will have the ability to see in a 45-degree cone in front of you.
Can we fly?
She smiles at you. Maybe if you get some wings. I have a friend whose pixie dust does that. His name's Peter.
Ah.
I look down. Twinkle looks down at himself and goes, I'm all sparkly.
Just remember, this dust is contagious.
Oh, really?
Yes, once you get it on you, it gets
Glitter.
everywhere.
It's glitter.
It's glitter. It's micro glitter.
Oh no. That's
As,
amazing.
as my wife likes to say, it's the herpes of the craft world.
You got it.
Now, GM Eric,
Yes, sir.
will I need to call the Mousatars and the Moose Chop?
No, they're ready to go when you're ready to go. So
Okay, thank you.
we're good for that.
Okay. And then okay. And
When Stell's dismissed, she's going to be like, I look forward to assaulting the shadowy enclave with all of you. And she's going to poof out of existence. And then poof back. I'm sorry, excuse me. Thank you, Your Grace, Your Majesty. Poofs again.
Kemet just smiles really big. And then she would like to speak to Varen Ashleaf.
Okay. As he is called forth, the armored figure, dressed in autumnal armor, arrives. I've been summoned.
Love his
Um,
armor.
This is the same guy that patted Twilight on the shoulder, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's really cool. She kind of internally like, this is the same guy. Oh my gosh! But she's gonna be very calm and say, we were told that potentially you could help with to outfit and supply
our forces with potions and whatnot, and all the accoutrement necessary for the assault. Is that possible?
They will be provided with the best equipment we can provide: arrows, ammunition, etc. We
We
will
were
serve
also,
the assault.
um, I had heard, and this may be rumor, that you have dealt with shadows before. Maybe you could help give us some pointers as to what we need to give us information as to what we are going up against and how to prepare.
I cannot tell you how to prepare and tell you how to fight them. Stand back to back, face outwards, travel as a group. The moment you have an exposed back, shadows will strike. You can use this to your advantage to draw them out, but do so at your own risk. Be prepared.
Be prepared. Okay.
2 points.
Understood. Understood. Is there anything else that we need to know about the shadows or
I have
anything
reports
like that?
of creatures that have been spotted there: shadows, shadowed crabs, dragons, fiends, bullets, even trees that have been corrupted, shades, and any kind of darkness could be there. You never know what the Shintara Grove has summoned, has tapped into even the night walkers. If one approaches you, be cautious, for they are deadly. You will not mistake them for anything else. They are tall and ominous.
She looks at the group. Is there anything else that you want to ask this gentleman?
All right.
Okay.
He will bow deeply and salute as he is dismissed.
GM, I had a quick question. We've got Maeve, but was Neve mentioned officially in court?
Neve was not.
Okay, because there was a moment back a couple of sessions ago where it was meant where her name was mentioned. I
Yep.
just wasn't certain whether she was there. Okay.
You can, if you want to, you can bring her in. That's up to y'all.
Not here.
That sounds good.
She drives
No.
me nuts.
My mother, who is standing right next to me, would kill me. No.
I don't know why. Yes, I do.
Especially since she's a revenant. But
For the record, we will toss her on the screen just so that people know who we're talking about. She is not here. She has not been summoned, but there she is for you guys to view. All right.
chaos gremlin herself. Okay. And then okay, I believe I've been through every single one of these in Roll20 except for the last one. Except for the last one. With that, she will look at Twilight and have him come stand next to her with this request. She asks permission to establish embassies and trade routes within the Fey realms and the material planes, if successful with this.
Ooh, I don't think you
For
actually want sanction.
stability,
You
because
want permission. Sanction would be an act against you. So or an
Permission.
order, right? So yeah, permission or authorization different than sanction. So yeah,
Mhm.
Queen Titania of the Fae looks at you and considers for a moment. If the embassies stay within the
Is-
Shintara Grove after it is liberated and our friend is returned to us, then yes, we will grant permission for the embassies to remain at the Shintara Grove. Any response, Twilight?
You are very gracious, Your Radiance. Because if we are to fight together, then we must be able to rebuild together, and that is the first step on that path.
She doesn't answer that, but just nods. Well then, you have what you need. May the assault on the Shintara Grove farewell. And with that, you've been dismissed just like the rest of the people you just talked to. It's time to go.
Covet gives the deepest bow she has ever had.
As you're about to bow, you're going to feel your mother's hand on your back. Nurse. Supposed to curtsy.
Mommy curtsy. Goodness gracious. Curtsy. She curtsies. Very. And I think.
bow.
She said deep bow, but I mean, it's like obvious curtsy.
I need a performance check from Covet Von Sin and Twilight's Call.
Can I have help with this, dude?
If
'Cause
you cast a spell, they'll know. Twilight, you're doing really well.
I'm
Ayla?
glad I didn't.
Ayla's a Morty, a little mortal person, making her curtsy.
Oh, thank God! 20.
With a 20, Covet looks good. Winkle, do you bow?
Yes, I do.
Hit perform. I stumble and fall flat on my face in my curtsy.
Oh no.
No, that's not one. You just trip a little.
Winkle's okay. And then Eowyn stiffly is going to move
That's
forward.
not a nat one. That's only,
Right.
I only have a +2 on that.
No, you're fine.
No,
Fine.
you're good.
And then Eowyn also looks good as he does his heel click bow and salute. Learned it from Rinaldus Basil. So, with your forces aligned and allies here in the Fey Realms ready to go, now it just remains for you guys to visit the Unseelie Court and to contact the material allies before the actual assault on the Shintara Grove begins. So, we'll cover some of that next week, because it really is us against the gods. As always, guys, thank you so much for choosing me to be your GM. There's a ton of amazing ones out there, and I'm always thankful you choose me. Have a wonderful day. Please stay safe, and we'll be back this evening for the Rift Wardens, as they have arrived in Enland Point with some strange soldiers in green and black armor that don't belong there.